Okay. Good morning.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Sunday Reset. I am your host, Bria Browner.
And I am your host, Bonnet Gang Jazz.
And last week, we talked a lot about grief, how to handle it, parasocial grief, how to deal with celebrity deaths, changes in relationships, things of that nature. And we touched a little bit on the topic that we're going to talk about today, the soft girl era.
Today we're really talking about what it means to live your life in peace, kind of if you ever ask yourself how Beyonce moved, how she lived her life, how does, what did you post on Instagram that how to keep your Zendaya light?
Yes. How to
Yeah.
keep your life Zendaya tight. You
Mhm.
hear me?
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So, yes, today we're talking about the soft girl era and what it really means, like Jasmine said, to live in your peace, move like Beyonce, and keep your boundaries and day tight. So, I also want to let you guys know we totally forgot to do this last time. But please follow us on Instagram at Sunday Reset the Pod. And then you can also follow us on Instagram. You can find Jasmine, just Jasmine, JUSSJASMINEEE, like
Two S's,
Jacquees.
triple E.
E, E,
E.
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 And then you can also follow me on Instagram and everywhere really at Bria, the letter M, Browner, and not BRIA but BREYN.
Mm.
All right, so let's get into it. The art of silence, mystique, and choosing your peace. We got to talk about my girl Zendaya because Zendaya has this low public profile, but she's still such a big star. And, obviously Beyonce has the same thing, and there are a lot of other people where it's like, you only see them in the act of their work, but you don't see them anywhere else outside of that. No drama, no nothing. And even when their name is brought up in drama, they do not address it. They do not discuss it. They continue to let that work speak for themselves. So, what is one thing about Zendaya that you really admire?
I think one thing about her is that you could tell she was raised with love, especially the way that she treats other people. Like, it's just very apparent how you were raised based on how you come off to the public a little bit. Our social media and our generation now is whacked out of days. Everybody's is skewed. Like, I truly believe that majority of the people who are chronically online or who it's just a lot going on. I'm not even going to touch that today. But one thing that I think I really do appreciate and respect about her is the grace that she has for a lot of the situations that she's been in. Especially when it comes to talking about her body, her skin tone, her identity, her racial identity, her ethnic identity. It's always she's never you can never take her out of her space. I don't know if that's the
No,
right
yeah,
way.
for real.
You can
Like
just
her
never take
aura.
her. Yeah, you can never get her somewhere where she don't want to be. Like, you could tell she's kind of not necessarily in control of the situation, but she just carries herself in a very nice way. I think, to be honest, especially seeing her and growing up kind of alongside her. I think she's a couple years older than me, but
Yeah. I
yeah, I
think
really
me and
do.
Zendaya are either the same age or she's like a little, maybe like 2 or 3 years older than me. But shout out to her dad. Her dad has definitely been in the public eye. He is a beautiful black man with luscious locks that do not play about his child. He
Hmm.
will tell you that in a heartbeat. And I love who she went out on a date with someone at one point. I think it was Odell Beckham, and her dad was like her dad was with them. And I think the paparazzi, I remember the paparazzi coming up to their truck, and he was just yeah, I'm here. I gotta make sure my daughter good. This is the first date. I gotta fill him out. And I was just like, that really can show you how he probably has been her entire life with her being a child star. It's only certain people that I feel like that we see that came through the child star pipeline that have not went downhill. And I genuinely think it's because of family. Like, think of all the people that have not, and rightfully so. I'm not saying I'm not judging or anything like that, but think of all the people that have not went down illegal paths and things of that nature. They always bring up that their family was right there for them, that support system. And I'm just grateful we have that same support system. Like, even when we talk about having children and things of that nature, a lot of the things that my friends have to deal with, like finding someone to watch their kids or helping out, buying them things. These are just questions that we just don't have. Like, thankfully, like our family really is there. We have a village. So same thing for Kiki Palmer. Kiki Palmer always talks about how her mama was right there and it used to embarrass her that her mom was very like loud and stern about some of the things like the boundaries that she did not want them to cross with her child because even though she's entertaining us, she's still a child. And look at her now. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful.
Shoot, it don't
I
matter if you're a
mean,
child or not. Coming from the DMV, Jaden Daniels' mom. Shoot, we boy, she a protector and she a real one. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Jaden Daniels'
saw
mom.
that. I saw that. Yes.
I'll take a slice, but I was probably thinking about making some chicken and mashed potatoes or something. And gravy. Just eat off of his pizza. Yeah.
All
You didn't say
right.
hi,
So
so I'm
yeah.
taking a slice of your pizza. Anyways, but yeah. His mom. His mom is a real one. I say the same thing about Yara Shahidi mom, a real one. People who had very
Marseille Martin,
a
her
real
family are
mom.
real deal.
Yeah, real mom. I'm trying to think of like anybody who's really big in show business who has someone right beside their side. It's their like parental figures or um like even a village, like just a community. Like Anthony Edwards literally has his whole entire family behind his back. That's like it shows in the way that Anthony Edwards he's unapologetically himself. But I feel like a lot of those other people are as well. Marsai Martin is unapologetically herself. She just does it the way that she wants to do it. Yara, like Zendaya, they are unapologetically themselves.
And I love that. Like
Yeah.
that, I feel like that is a part of why they're iconic, because it's like no matter what people say, no matter what people do, they are in their own world. And I feel
Didn't
like you
this
have
happen
to,
last time? He's
what?
literally calling me again. Oh my goodness gracious. I can't leave a message. Like I'm gonna just have to like he literally keeps calling me while I'm doing this. Like he's always calling me while I'm doing something, but I guess that's jail people for you, so I don't know.
Put my phone on D&D during these things.
No, I wanted to ring out because I want him to think that I'm busy, not that I cannot necessarily talk. Not that I don't want to
Understood.
talk to him, but that I'm just busy. So that he knows that he can just call another time and I'll answer. But he's been doing this for like the past 4 days and I've been busy as hell. He gonna do it regardless. Anyways, back to carrying yourselves with grace. I probably didn't just do that like that.
Yeah, so like I'm saying, they basically place themselves into their own world and it comes off as mystery, I think, because it's like no one really knows exactly what is going on day to day. We only know what they allow us to see. But I think that's also a part of why they're able to continue to be in that soft girl era
Yeah, because silence does a
because they're
lot.
not oversharing.
Yeah, silence has a lot of power.
Absolutely. So, since we're talking about silence, what do you think is the difference between privacy and secrecy?
So that kind of ties back to, I feel like this question is very similar to what I learned in resident assistant training. If y'all have ever participated in university life, I went to a PWI. I became a resident assistant, a RA. One of the things that they teach us there is the difference between privacy, the difference between private and confidential. Now, I'm going to try and switch it to the context of the situation because what I learned is that privacy. Andrew, help me out. You just finished this training. Private is up, not out. No, private is up, but it's secret, but it could possibly be told to other people. Whereas confidential is it only goes upwards. Like say, your inner circle, your parents, your community, your village, your best friends, and stuff like that. Whereas like he didn't even fucking help me. He just over there watching anime.
In context to the celebrities we're speaking about, I
Yeah.
think secrecy would be them not making us aware of business moves that are public. Like
Yeah.
if Zendaya has a project, that's a secret. She's not talking about it. But I feel like privacy comes with your personal life, things that people want to know because you're a public, figure, but they don't need to know. That's not a secret that I'm gay. It's not a secret, that
Yeah.
I'm living here. That is private information.
Yes. So they kind of they kind of do like what I was trained on is kind of the same thing. Like I think you could possibly take that into PR and marketing. Like if it's confidential or if it's a secret, nobody should be knowing. Most likely, if it's that type of thing legally, you should be signing an NDA if it's a secret. But
Right.
if it's just private, okay, then like that's like again like I'm not going to tell everybody that a resident that is living on my floor is neurodivergent. But can I know that to then help them further? or to for them to just
Well,
live
HIPAA will
their lives
also not allow you to do that. Well, you can do it, but it is a violation.
without the legalities. Like if they told me that in
Just in
private,
general.
yeah, if they told me that in private, okay, like now I know that I can figure out I can help you better, or maybe like like because for people who don't know, I am a neurodivergent as well, so like I would talk to them. Okay, like I know somebody else who is also as well my friend is. Let's be friends. Let's
Right.
have support or whatever. But definitely when it comes to celebrities, privacy versus secrecy, secrecy, you better be signing an NDA. I'm not gonna cap, because if you tell anybody for your quick buck, legal issues will ensue.
Absolutely.
Double
And
entendre on N.
I honestly feel like we really touched on everything in that topic. Like, you hit the nail on the head. You don't owe anyone constant updates to stay relevant or valuable. As long as you're utilizing your craft and you're giving it to the world, I feel like that's really it. So, soft girls, let people wonder. The soft girl does not explain her life, she embodies it. You don't have to explain what you're doing. Your actions
We'll
will
say
show.
it. Yeah,
And
it
so,
will tell that.
exactly. And moving on to the next topic, talk about protecting your energy even when the world is watching. What would
Hmm.
Beyonce do? What would Beyonce do? UWBD, the queen of quiet boundaries and divine self worth. Beyonce has such a strong and just respectful boundary setting, like with media, fans, and people, that really separates her business, well, businesses, because sis is a whole billionaire mogul, but that separates her businesses from her personal life. I guess it's the Virgo energy. She really reminds me so much of our mother. Like how she just doesn't say anything. It does not matter. Like Miss Ricky does that all the time. And she doesn't tell anyone anything, you know what I mean? Like when
Oh,
it
because
comes
what's
to
your famous
business.
line? If I can mimic well, why would you need to know that?
Because why? You
She
gotta
would
do
literally
the.
go. She would go. Why would I need to tell you that until you needed to know? And she just pat you on your shoulder.
You forgot the eyes. Cause why do you need to know that? Why? Why do you need to know that?
Like literally, our mom is so secret. Our mom is no. Sometimes she's private and secret.
Overly, no, she's overly
Yes.
secretive, and I be
For
telling
what?
her this all the time. I told her, like, it's no reason for you to be this way. Like,
Our dad said, like, why doesn't your friends know that you have certain, like, your friends don't even know, like, what you did with your month, bro. Like, one of our, I'm not gonna say one of our aunts' name, but like, he was like, why does it? I'm gonna just make up a name. He was like, why doesn't Rebecca know, like, that you had like surgery or something like that, like 2 weeks ago? Why would she need to know that? Literally, like,
a shirt, bro, because why does she need to know that?
she's like, I'm okay now, so it's okay. It'd be a different situation if I wasn't okay, but I am.
Yeah, so our mother is that way. Even when I got diagnosed with anxiety and I explained to her, because everything always is a surprise with her. I really
Hmm.
don't understand. And this is why I be telling her sometimes I feel like she has like a sinister bone, because it's like, why do you get so much joy out of shocking people? That is abnormal. It is not right. And so, like, when she found out I had anxiety, and I told her, I was like, see, this is why I don't enjoy these surprises. And, she just laughed and walked down the hallway. And you know exactly which hallway I'm talking about.
He'll be okay, boo boo. That's literally what she said.
Yo, that's exactly what she was saying.
My roommate's trying to kill me. I'm allergic to bananas. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But yeah, same thing. It's okay, poo poo. And just walk down the hallway.
Like, we say all that to say Beyonce is literally the same way. Like, from all of her self titled visual album drops, my all time favorite was. Actually, I ain't even gonna say my all time favorite, because I genuinely do thoroughly enjoy every Beyonce project, because you can genuinely tell that she's very authentic. She places so much hard work, dedication, creativity into all of her projects, no matter what the genre is, no matter what it is. So I won't
Hmm.
say my all-time favorite, because I feel like that would be a disservice to her craft in its entirety. But I really enjoyed the first rollout, like the self-titled album, Beyonce, with Partition. And that, like, literally, like, I feel like that particular drop changed the entire aesthetic and algorithm of the music industry, because it's like, how do you get that much pull from not saying nothing, just randomly dropping one day at 12 a.m.? People all across the world know, and it literally does numbers without no rollout, no campaigns, no brand management. It's just like she just did that. And that just goes to speak for itself. She doesn't say anything out of character, out of business. She genuinely does the hard work. She puts it out and she lets it speak for itself. And I think that is a big instrumental part in having like a soft life.
Yeah, she's very intentional about her moves, and I think her protecting that sort of creative process, it also protects your energy a little bit in a way, because you're able to, again, be very intentional about where you are putting your money into. Like, yeah, a lot of record labels want you to do marketing, they want you to do how much PR interviews, stuff like that, drop a single to tease the people or whatever. But she was secure. She said, I know what I'm doing. My record label already know me.
Right.
I'm gonna do this. It is truly self-titled. I'm Beyonce. Like, it's Beyonce. What else? And I think that also plays a part into it, though, is that in order for you to have that kind of lifestyle, you got to be secure in yourself and
Yeah.
secure in what you do.
Yes. I think it's just herself, like your self-worth is worded in knowing who you are and not proving who you are. I think that especially shout out to Mama Tina, her mother, who also just recently released her New York Times best-selling book, The Matriarch. I think it her mother played such a big part because Beyonce even said one time in an interview, like with her mom, that her mom was always able to get her back to herself. And once again, that's when family plays a huge part and your self-worth, like being able to really sit there and assist someone on a journey back to them every single time they stray away. That definitely assists. So shout out to Mama Tina. We definitely are stands over here.
We definitely are. She's intentional. She doesn't disappear. She just preserves. I think that's a really big thing.
Yeah,
That's
she
that's
just grinds
sovereignty.
and comes back when she ready.
Yep, that is sovereignty for
So
real.
yeah,
So how can we get these people? Like, what would be in your soft girl starter kit? All right, now we done talked about it. Let's put it in practice.
truly like trying to give a good answer and not just like a generic answer. In my soft girl starter kit, I think the first thing that I would start implementing would be self-care.
What does that look like?
Like genuinely taking time, like spa days, I'm really just thinking of the spa right now, like really, really nourishing like my mind, my body, my soul. Like I really want to do a retreat, like in nature. That's like one of the things that I really want to do. Like at the moment, I really want to do like a wellness retreat at like a 5-star, 4-star resort, like with a spa, like that's in the middle of nowhere.
Well, where's that spa where's that like really popular spa that's in the DMV that everybody been going to?
It's not far from me. You talking about King Spa?
I'm not sure. Let me look it up.
It's like a day spa.
Actually, it might be.
Shout out to King Spa. If y'all are listening, can you send me like a free day so that I can go? Thanks.
Bali and Springs. There we go.
No, I've never heard of them.
I heard Bali and Springs, in comparison, I think they're in competition with King Spa in the DMV.
Well, that kind of sounds better though. Sorry, King Spa.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this. Bali and Springs, not sponsored.
Can you send that to me?
Did you delete TikTok?
You already. Well, I'm not going to talk about this on air.
Bria doesn't like TikTok. Bria doesn't like TikTok at all. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but she literally texted in our sister's group chat. I downloaded TikTok, y'all. 30 minutes later, I deleted TikTok, y'all. I deactivated it. I can't fucking handle that shit.
She is not telling the full truth, and unfortunately, I'm not in my soft girl era yet, so I am going to explain. I joined TikTok and immediately was bombarded with recommendations of people that have done illegal things to me. So I couldn't find out how to block them fast enough, so I fucking deactivated that shit. That's what happened.
Joy's laughing at you.
Talk about soft girl era. That's fucking soft right there, because I don't give a fuck about no social media site. No, you are not going to subject me to abuse.
I wanna say that that's actually a pretty hard girl life right there, and I mean that in a complimentary way.
I'm very
because
strict.
you
I'm very
realized,
strict.
yeah, you realized what you needed to do, so you did it. Hallelujah. All right.
Yeah, but I'm about to download TikTok again. I found out how to block these people. So I will download TikTok again and I will start posting. I mean, I have no choice. TikTok is where the money's at right now. And I honestly feel like a lot of the clips from our podcast will get a lot of traction on TikToks.
Yeah, and you have a fresh account. Mine's is, kind of stale. I just be posting Sade videos on there. And I mean Sade
Shout
the
out to
singer.
Sade.
Yeah,
Shout out to Sade. But yes.
I can't sing. Don't record that. Don't. Do not clip that. Do not clip that. Don't clip that, fam. Please.
M-Wake.
Please. No, one of the things, oh my God. Okay, so one of the things, the funniest things that my friends do here is that whenever they don't want you to talk, like they'll just immediately start. I'm sorry, I just thought about that. I just thought about that. And they immediately, like, if you're singing and they don't want to hear that shit, they just start yelling over you. And I found it so funny. But I'm sorry. Soft girl.
Okay,
Like,
wait. So, soft girl air starter kit. We said the spa.
Mhm.
I'm gonna also put some of the stuff that we brainstormed about. So, how to live your own soft girl life. We put number 1, let go of urgency culture. I feel like that's a really big one because it's like right now. I have to do something about this right now. And
Yeah.
you don't always have the answers currently
Yeah.
when you're going through whatever. So it's like, why do you
Yeah.
have to respond so quick if you haven't even processed the information that's been presented to you?
Yeah, as a person who does move very fast.
Impulse control disorder. I don't know if that's a real disorder.
ADHD. So it's like a
I'm sorry. I was just about to say, I am the pop therapist. I am not a licensed psychologist. So anything we say in here is not medical information. It is not a demonstration of med school, licenses, certifications, nothing. It is just simply us giving our soft girl life advice. So anyway, continue. I had to put that disclaimer.
If you want to come for us over legalities or anything like that, we have good lawyers. Anyways, I think that's half of the mental stress that a lot of like our generation deals with, is the fact that we think that if something happens immediately, or we need the answer to something, or we just want something to happen, it's going to happen.
Right.
That's not how things work. I think TikTok has really shortened the time, and we think that everything happens in social media, like the short video format of Vine, of anything musically. Like, I think it's kind of dwindled down our expectation of how much time it takes for you to just live, for you to just breathe. Like,
I agree.
Yeah, especially with crash out culture too. I think it kind of mixes very well with it, because if you don't immediately have something, or the answers to something, or the money for something, the joke is to immediately the joke is to immediately crash out.
Yeah.
But that's like actually becoming a norm. Oh, I can't get this done. I don't know how to figure this out. I'm gonna crash out. My life is over. That's not chill, bro. I'm talking to myself too, but like, calm down. Like, it's all right.
No, for real. Relax.
Take it down. Relax. I said I'm talking to myself too.
No, for real. I think that too. Another good one would be saying no without guilt or over explaining.
Like, also that too. Like I just, especially like we was talking about last week, like just freshly getting out of a relationship. Now some of the same, like the energy that I had to have certain arguments, I do not fucking have that shit no more with nobody. It's not even going back to like having a conversation with him. Oh, okay, like a fight finished. No, I have the energy for nobody. I already done dealt with this shit. Like, I feel like fighting with people, that's taking too much energy out. Like, I'm coddling, or like if I have to over explain myself, like that's
Stay single for a long time, or be in a relationship for a long time and finally breaking free from it. Those are the two things that will literally break your tolerance. Because if you've been in a relationship, you like, I already done dealt with this. I know I don't like it. I'm not doing it again. Or
literally.
If you've been single for a long time, and it's like, I'm okay with being by myself. I don't have to deal with this shit. So it's like, bye. Like, those two things, those are some, yeah.
You see, or even just like, I'm an observer, sitting down and watching my friends live their life, like acquaintances live their life, outside people, especially working at a university, just watching students live their life, I learn every day. It's like that single friend that just watches their friends in relationships have their problems and they know how to deal with that shit. And I know that I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to deal with that shit because I just watched someone else deal with that shit.
I understand. It's that too. And like I was saying no without guilt or shame. For me, as you know, like I suffered, Lord have mercy, I suffered from people pleasing for a very long time. And so now, like when I'm finally starting to say no, it's just so funny watching people's reactions because it's like something that they took advantage of for a long time. And it's like now I'm the problem. Like, what do you mean you're not, what do you mean no? Like, that's what the fuck I just said. No.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
especially like oh my
like,
god, like especially like dealing with a sneaking link or something like that. Oh, what you mean I can't stay over no more? Get out.
or what you mean you don't want to fuck me today?
Get out. What you mean you don't want to hang today? I don't. What you mean you can't come over and like cook or something like that or clean for me or I can't come over to your house and come hang and eat your food up and drink your shit? Get out. No.
Yeah. So I'll say Pastor Battle, who's our pastor at Zion Church, when we were just speaking about, well, not speaking, but listening to his most recent sermon series, Live Without Offense. I can't remember if it was like parts, it was somewhere between part 6 to 8, I believe, but don't hold me to it. Go to Zion Church, go to either zionchurch.org or go to Zion Church on YouTube and please watch our church. We have amazing pastors and an amazing church. It
We
is
do.
non-denominational. So it's not your traditional Christianity. He genuinely embodies the spirit, I feel like, of what God wants us to do, not being judgy, spreading the word. So please go watch our church. But he was saying like how to say no. So this is how he explains it. He says, first, respectfully say no. So, no, I'm sorry, back up. He says, first, thank them for even thinking of you. So, oh my God, thank you so much for thinking of me. I really appreciate you having me up here in regard to this situation. Two, respectfully say no by stating your unavailability. And you don't have to lie because you can just say, I'm unavailable. That doesn't mean that you have an event to go to. That could just mean I'm sleeping all day and I don't want to do nothing. So then he says, unfortunately, there is a conflicting, engagement that I have, so I will be unavailable. And then you fluff it up again. You say, but thank you so much for thinking of me and please keep me in mind for the future. That's
Yeah.
only if you
That's
just don't want to be strict and just say hell to the no, 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 like Medea.
Yeah, but no, that is a really good way to say it. That's very respectable, but you're still assertive. Like I'm not gonna do it, but I really appreciate you thinking about me.
Yeah, I mean, and that's true though. Like, I do appreciate you for telling me. I'm just not coming.
Yeah. Okay, so you said saying no without guilt or over explaining. I think the next one is curate your space. I mean, it's unfollowing, muting, blocking. Whoever you need to block to be
I
intentional about the
just
energy that you
had
give
this
off.
conversation yesterday with someone because I had unfollowed someone that I've already had discourse with, and the person was just like, why? Like, that's just too much. Why do I want to wake up every day and see a person that I do not agree with, their lifestyle, their decisions, their morale, anything? Why do I want to see that? And it's no beef. It's just an incompatibility type thing. I don't have to subject myself to your lifestyle just to save face. If it's not making me happy, if it's not making me better, if it's not enhancing what I already have going on, it is unnecessary dead weight. I don't give a fuck who you are. If I don't want to see you anymore, then that's what the fuck I'm doing. I don't care.
Yeah, I think a telltale sign is when you are able to not necessarily enjoy life without, because you should. I think it, in my opinion, it should kind of always be like that with the partner. Is that you should be able to enjoy life without, and then y'all come together as one whole, or
Exactly.
however you view relationships. Yeah,
Don't
but
believe in following your partner on social media either, but that's another thing because I'm not dealing with that shit. You ain't finna fucking make my chest hurt every damn day. But anyway, I'm sorry. Keep going.
we will re-
Did
we will
somebody say
retouch
I
that
felt?
at another date.
Just say
We
I
will
felt that
retouch
one.
that at another date.
Did
Okay.
someone just say I felt that one in the back?
Joy said, "Amen."
Anyway, I'm sorry. Keep going, Jasmine. You were hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah, but me up.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Once again, I forgot to mention that the Sunday reset It's also ADHD friendly. So if you can't handle, because we honestly both suffer from it. Yeah, so if you can't handle the jumping back and forth, what Lil Wayne say? I'm not talking fast, you just listening slow. Honestly, that's how I feel. So this ain't the
No,
podcast for you.
we staying on script. You ain't gotta say nothing to these people. Fuck
We
them.
are saying,
Anyway,
she said exactly what I just said. She just said it in a mean ass way. Fuck them. But anyway, go ahead. Do you remember what she was about to say?
remember now.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
definitely remember now.
Okay.
Okay, but like, yeah, just certain things. It's okay to be very intentional about the energy that you give off or that you give to anyone, to your day, to talking to someone. It is okay to outgrow someone as well in order to, move on. Just sometimes you just want silence. Sometimes the silence of the notifications is okay. Like for people to expect so much of life, you gotta learn to detach a little bit. Like this past year, the past 8 months, I've been learning, to detach from whatever expectations I had. Not saying that I don't have goals or aspirations. I definitely do, but I just had to sit down and kind of just think with myself, who do I need to like, who doesn't deserve to be in my space? In the summertime, especially during the summertime, everybody free, they try to make friends, everybody feel good, like, especially like I'm a very personable slash like social person, so like I can talk to pretty much anybody, like I could talk to a brick wall if I wanted to. I'm a yapper, I talk to my ceiling sometimes. But that don't mean that I'm gonna just talk to anybody. I'd rather talk to my ceiling than talk to someone who doesn't deserve to hear what I have to say, or who doesn't deserve, who would suck my spirit, bruh.
That's
Pause.
a big one.
But yeah, but like who would be like like energy vampires? Like sometimes you truly do, like in the soft girl era, no matter if you're in the soft girl era or not, you should curate the space in every space that you intend to walk into, because who knows what you're gonna give your energy to. Let me know if you disagree.
Agree. And I honestly think you really covered everything. The only other two things I would add, well, we kind of already touched on this when I said, like, for my soft girl starter kit, I would say prioritize rest and restoration. Like, I genuinely feel like I haven't been pampered. That's the word I'm looking for.
My favorite thing to say is, just because I am available does not mean that I am free. Or just because I'm free does not mean that I am available.
Just
Either way
because
around,
I'm
I'm not
single
doing it.
does not mean that I have to date you. Just because I'm single does not mean I'm available. That's what I be saying. And on that note, the reset reminder for this segment: you don't need permission to protect your peace. You don't need permission from anybody. Do that shit for yourself. Point blank, period.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now, y'all, we getting ready for our favorite segment of the night. I'm about to play the song. I just would like to say that technically I'm supposed to stop playing that song like 15 seconds in, but I enjoy
Yeah.
it so much that I just let it play every
Yeah.
single time. I forget. Anyway, so all right, y'all, it's time for Sister Sound Off, where our listeners send in their real life questions and we give it to you straight with love, of course.
And depending on who you ask, okay, you'll get either the soft glow up response from Bria, or very harsh, no nonsense truth from me.
All right. So the first question is Tiana from Charlotte, North Carolina. She's 25 and newly single. So she says, "Hey sisters, I just got out of a situationship, and now that I'm finally putting up boundaries, I feel guilty, like I'm being mean. How do I stop feeling bad for protecting my peace?" We kind of just talked about this. So thank you, Tiana, for writing in. Kudos to you for being newly single. I know it may not feel like an accomplishment at the moment, because generally when we get out of something, it is very hard, and I don't ever want to minimize the pain or the depth of the hurt that comes with ending a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely heartbreak, it's terrible. It really is like one of the worst feelings to have, honestly. I done had family members die, but I promise you, I ain't cried as much as I did when I broke up with that nigga. So I get it. That's kind of sad. But anyway, so I would say that you have to give yourself time, because these are newly enforced boundaries. You're becoming a new person. So of course you're going to feel guilty in the beginning because you're used to pleasing this person. You're
Yeah.
you're used to saying yes all the time. You're used to doing everything for them. In situations like mine, I'm always the nurturer. That's just who I am. God blessed me with that gift. I've always been the motherly figure. I always make sure everybody eats. Are you okay? Are you sad today? Do you want to talk about it? Do you want me to come over? I can bring you something. Do you want to go out? That's just who I am as a person.
Hmm.
And so when I started placing boundaries, it does feel uncomfortable in the beginning. It definitely does, because it's like you feel like if you're service oriented, if that's your love language, you give, it feels really weird. I'll be honest, to tell somebody no. But
It's
you
just the
have to,
residue.
yeah,
It's just the
it's
residue of
just
being nice
because
for too long.
exactly, exactly. And you also have to get in your mind that the things that you were doing, you were in a different place than what you're in now. The place that you were in when you were pleasing this person came from, and I won't even say a place of like low self-worth, because I do feel like that some people are generally just service oriented people, but it just came from a different place in your life where that was a priority for you. But
Yeah, and
now
now it's
your
not.
priorities are changed. Exactly, now it's not.
Hmm.
So now your priority is yourself. So don't feel bad. I know it'll take time and it's going to be uncomfortable for a minute, like I said, but
Hmm.
it's just what does Judge Lynn Toler say? It's just a weird transition. That's all. It's just a weird transition. But you're gonna get to where you're going.
Yeah, it really is, like, to give the harsh like side of it. Stop mourning the discomfort of others, okay, and start celebrating your own growth. It's really, you're just uncomfortable that you're making other people uncomfortable and you're trying to save face again. It's okay. You don't have to. It's called maturity. It's called self-respect. It's called I love myself enough to not keep bleeding for someone who only ever brought me paper cuts. Like, it's not like you have to put your chin up, straighten that crown like they always say, and act like the queen that you're meant to be. Like, we're not gonna coddle you. You're too powerful for that.
Absolutely.
It's like, yeah, you didn't lose a partner, you lost a liability. I'm gonna give all the hard strikers right there. This is not
The
pain, it's progress.
liability.
Would you feel bad if the roles were reversed? No. Very easy answer. Exactly. Next person.
Yeah, because honestly, these people don't be giving a damn about us for real. And it's very sad to say. And even if they do give a damn about you, they don't give a damn enough. And I don't know which
Yeah.
one is worse. Someone not giving a fuck, or someone that basically cares about you but is not willing to be strong enough to give a fuck. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like, you
Yeah.
love me but you don't want to change. You love me but you don't want to. We can go on and on. We'll talk about that in one of our relationship episodes. I don't even want to touch on that too much because, that could take me a whole hour. So we'll move on to the next question. And Jasmine, I'm going to read it, but I'll have you answer this because I think she wanted to hear this from you. Monique from Oakland, California, 30, is a working mom. As a mom, wife, and full-time employee, how can I have a soft girl era when I'm constantly taking care of everyone else? Is softness even accessible for me?
Softness even accessible for you.
I'm sorry, Monique. You asked her. You know she's savage and blunt. So this is what you gotta get. Continue on.
I'm not gonna be that
You should. You should.
hard.
That's what
But
she
like,
want.
what I will say that especially for a mother and a full-time employee, that's two. So you're and a wife. So you have three full-time jobs. Am I correct, Monique? I know you can't answer back, but I just want to let you know that I wife, a mom, a wife, and then you have a job. You have three full-time jobs. Okay? Let's just go ahead and preface it by that. All right. And then you're asking me, can you even have a soft life? Is the softness accessible for you? One of my favorite quotes, hearing that you have three full-time jobs, is that if you do not take a break, your body will do it for you. What's not soft is being burnt out, bitter, and broken. Okay? Because you gave everything to everyone and you left nothing for yourself. So it's like you're also, like, again, three full-time jobs, but you're also a woman. Like, you're also a human, and you have a soul that needs rest and care and just space to exist and be. So please give yourself that. Like, you don't need to earn the softness. It doesn't, you don't have to ask, is it accessible to you? You just need to stop denying your own self the access to it. Like, I think people think that softness means bubble baths and you're starting to put on bows in your hair and you put rose petals in your bath water and stuff like that. No, again, like we said, saying softness is saying no with no guilt. It's choosing silence or rest or peace or breaks when the chaos wants your reaction. And you have to learn how to give yourself grace and start respecting and loving yourself when the world demands perfection of you. And I think
Absolutely.
they ask a lot of this of black women. So, all right, if you want a soft girl era, create it and take it. Demand that space, and most importantly, protect it. Just like you get a trademark on a business or anything like that, you protect your peace, okay? Even if it's just 15 minutes in your locked bathroom, or you going to Chipotle and not telling your whole entire family that you've gone because you only want a meal for you and yourself, that's okay. Even if it's one day a week where you're just with yourself, or you're not cooking for your household, you're not cleaning for your household, or you're not carrying everyone else's load. Your partner can go get the kids. Your partner can go take the dog to the groomers. If your children are old enough, they can go do something. They can cook. They can work together to do what they need to do. Everybody is okay if you like you're going to be all right. The real softness will not take away from your strength. It's going to refuel it. So, like, let's be real. A woman like you deserve softness like we deserve to breathe air. And anyone who makes you feel like you do not deserve that and any kind of softness, they can be adjusted or they can be removed. Point blank, period. Like, I hope I answered your question, because it's time for you to reclaim your joy and your peace and your softness. Live in your true feminine divinity. Because I said what I said. So take that advice and go on now. Hey, Jazzy, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Okay, my fault. I forgot to address the most important part. It says she's a creative in a toxic friend group. Bless your heart. I'm realizing that some of my friends drain me, but cutting them off feels dramatic. What's the soft girl way to distance herself without the drama? Fuck them. But go ahead and answer that, Bria.
First of all, Jasmine, please forgive me. I will definitely answer your question after I address this. But unfortunately, I was scrolling on Instagram and I ran past a Hollywood Unlocked post that says, Megyn Kelly reacts to Beyonce's new ad campaign for Levi's, claims there's nothing natural about her. Megyn Kelly says, and I quote, "This is the opposite of the Sydney Sweeney ad. Quite
I
clearly,
think you
there is
bust that
nothing
shit.
natural about Beyonce. Everything from her image to her fame to her success to her look below is bought and paid for. Screams artificial, fake, enhanced, trying to." Miss Megyn Kelly, I am a communications major. I have a
Is this the
bachelor's
Megan Kelly that
degree,
was a this a Megan Kelly that was a co-host with Michael Strahan?
and I'm about to read the
Oh my
fuck out of her. So
god.
I'm just letting
Oh
you
my
know.
god. Yeah, go ahead. I'll see
I
what's
am a
going on.
communications major. I have a bachelor's degree, soon to be a summa cum laude master's degree, and I also am getting my PhD in communications. So I'm about to read the fuck out of it. Let's start here. Megyn Kelly's remarks suggest Beyonce is artificial or fake, implying her success is largely manufactured. Whether one likes Beyonce or not, she has crafted an artistic identity that has resonated across generations and genres. Your beef started with her in May 2025 at the Beyonce's Cowboy Carter World Tour, mocking Beyonce's transition into country music. Here's why reducing Beyonce to image alone misses the point, is culturally fucking deaf, and undermines her impact as a cultural icon. Beyonce is an icon, bitch, not a fucking product. From Destiny's Child to her solo career, Beyonce has earned her place in this music industry. Her Cowboy Carter album became a historic milestone, earning her the first ever Grammy for Best Country Album by a black woman and topping the Billboard 200. Let's get into her multifaceted authenticity. To call Beyonce's image unnatural overlooks the layers of identity, culture, and artistry she employs. Wigs, fashion, and visuals are part of the performative craft of entertainment. Her presence in a Levi's ad, stylized, yes, reflects her versatilities and business acumen, not a hollow facade. Criticism versus silencing. Kelly argues that Beyonce uses criticism to garner sympathy, yet Beyonce enduring high-profile adversity, including exclusion from country music and racial bias, suggests her resilience, not victimhood. Also, Mother Beyonce has not said a fucking word. So how is she playing the victim if she hasn't said a damn thing? Beyonce's success in crossing genre boundaries, in particular from pop R&B to country, and now we think to rock or gospel, is itself a defiance of expectations and gatekeeping. not a plea for victimization. So, in short, Megyn Kelly, you calling Beyonce unnatural is pretty rich. Coming from a white woman, someone who's made a career out of reinventing themselves every fucking election cycle and still being the same old trash every single fucking time. So Beyonce's wigs may change, the genre may change, but at least her impact stays consistent. You need to try again, beloved. Go see Iyanla Vanzant. Anyway, moving on to Jasmine, and I apologize, Queen Bee, for cursing so much, but I'm just very passionate about our black icons. You don't have to like Beyonce at all, but what you're not going to do is diminish everything that she's done from the community, from Be Good to giving out turkeys in fucking Houston to giving out so much. I mean, Brown Skin Girl was a fucking era. Do you know how many people that song helped, including me? Even to now, she has paved a way while also honoring the artistry and the historical context of the country music genre. She has brought older artists to the forefront as well as new African American black artists to the forefront. Shout out to Shabusi. But anyway,
Shabuzi. She said she black as hell. She said Shabusi.
Sorry,
like
it's the slang. It's the slang. But we love you, Shabuzi.
Oh, I definitely love Shabuzi. He definitely stood against that girl on the CMAs and said, was it the CMAs or the AMAs? When she
First
was
of all, get into
Carter
the
family,
look. What it was the look when he was like,
family,
yeah,
like,
no,
he said, yeah. So no, that didn't happen. Anyways, he was
like,
like, all right, like this fucking girl,
like,
all right,
girl.
okay.
Anyway, okay, so Jasmine from Brooklyn, New York, 23, creative in a toxic friend group. I'm realizing some of my friends drain me, but cutting them off feels dramatic. What's the soft girl way to distance yourself without the drama? This is a really easy one because I'm a very sociable person. You don't have to completely cut them off, but you have to accept people for who they are and leave them exactly where they're at. There are going to be some friends that you can't talk to every day. It doesn't mean that you're not friends with them anymore, but it means that you take them in doses, and you take them only when you have the emotional or mental capacity to take them. I feel like we all have friends like that. Everyone does not have to be in your immediate circle. So you don't have to necessarily cut them off, because I'm sure at some point in time they were of service to you as you were of service to them. But that doesn't mean you have to cut them off. It's just like, if you know this friend is always calling you about negative shit, and that's all she has to say every single day, is draining you, it's bringing bad energy your way, stop answering the phone, talk to her, let her know, like, hey, I really apologize for all the pain and issues that you're going through, but unfortunately I personally just don't have the mental capacity to hold your energy and mine at the same time. I'm going through a lot as well, so we can't have that closeness relationship as we had if you're going to continue to just be sad. And not to say like not to say if someone is truly going through it, obviously help them, but I'm talking about those people that are like, it's something bad every single day. It's like, even depressed people have happy days. I'm one of them. You have to find the silver lining somewhere. It's not just fucking sadness from inside out every fucking day. And it's the same thing, the person that wants to party all the time and you're like, I don't feel like going out today, no. Then no, that's just really all it is. Don't. But yes, so we want to do this add-on. We're going to add this prompt to the bottom when we post this, but we want to know, are you guys Team Bria or Team Jasmine? So our reset challenge for this week, Jasmine, offer a boundary that you want us to reset on and challenge ourselves to fully commit to that boundary. A boundary that you've been avoiding, and enforce it with softness without shame. It honestly seems like the theme is saying no, practice saying no, but you might have something better than that.
Yes, I would say that seems to be the most current issue, especially as Black women, is being able to say no without overworking yourself. Like, kind of just did that this week where I work for BIPOC and international / intercultural students on my university's campus. I'm going to work as a grad assistant. So we just had like a certain meeting where they were just asking us, this is what we noticed in the students. What are some initiatives we can do to take place on that? So I'm like, okay. Yes, I'm like, okay. Like, like this is what I've been, this is what we've been, wanting to talk about. Especially all the BIPOC students' concerns, whether it be like they need basic needs or they want more representation at the university or something like that, anything like that. So I'm like, okay, this is beautiful. Now, then, then we started going through all the issues, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, we can do this, 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 we can do that. I'm like, we can have an event for this, because I'm program, like our office is program based, so like anything program based that will allow people to express their culture or anything. So I'm like, okay, like, like if the students have this concern, let's throw this event. If the students have this concern, let's move this there. If the students have this concern, let's do this, this, and that. I don't see any support groups for like, I'm giving out ideas. Like, I want a neurodivergent club. I want a neurodivergent support group. Like, why don't we talk about, that type of stuff? Everybody don't want to sit on a panel and look at their peers and stuff like that. They actually want to talk to their peers. They don't want to discuss with their peers. They want to talk with them. That's kind of the same thing, but still, when it comes to a panel versus a support group, that's different. But when it came time to it, they was like, okay, who wants to be the leaders in all these initiatives that y'all want to implement based off of student concerns? My boss looks at me. We're both black women. Mind you, the only black woman in the room full of, I think, with 12 other people who are not black. She looks at me. She starts, you better not say nothing. Don't raise your hand for nothing. We already do this work. They can do it on their own. They don't need our help or none of this. And she don't mean it like that. She means it in a way that we already do everything.
Like so much.
Yeah, we already do so much. Do not put more on your plate and you will overwork yourself. We can't be the token people for everything that they just run to whenever they need something done, whenever they need to be rescued, or whenever they like have someone, like they can't find someone to do something, they just immediately run to us. You don't want to be them people because they're going to continue to ask and take advantage of that openness that we have. I'm like, I'm going to help out so much, but she's right. If I keep lending that hand, it's not like I'm going to deplete myself of everything. My mental energy, my resources, like my money, I already don't get paid enough. And then when I do get paid, I want to give back, cook for my friends and stuff like that, like go places and all that. So she was like,
Enjoy your life.
don't spread yourself. Yeah, like it's, you have a good heart, but do not spread yourself thin. I was about to spread myself thin. I was like, oh my God, yes. If we're finna do that, I'm gonna be a part of that. If we're finna do that, I wanna be a part of that. If we're finna do that, I wanna be a part of that. And I'm like, Now I actually have to back it up if I sign up for 7 things when I already have 10 on my belt. That's okay, because I'm not avoiding it. I just have to set that boundary that I truly can't. I had to sit back and go, well, these certain things I truly can't do, because then if it came down to it and it became this big thing or this big event, I have to have the financials for it. I have to have the physical energy for it. And most importantly, I have to have the mental energy for it. And the patience. Actually, that's the patient. The patience plays into the mental energy. Yeah, patience plays into the mental energy.
Nowadays.
Yeah, and when you work with a mixed crowd, and I mean racially, it's very, sometimes the culture classes, because I don't mean, like, I feel like POC people don't have that many. We can collaborate a little bit easier than if it is a ethically/racially mixed crowd. And they are not, majority is not marginalized communities. I'm trying to be very careful with my words. That is one thing I'd say. Saying no without any guilt, because you will know that it will, if you say yes, it will be not the
It'll take
end
away
all.
from you.
Yeah, it'll take from you. It can, like, you just
You
have to
think
have one of
it's
those
just like a
mirror
little
moments.
small thing, like, oh, let me just go ahead and do this real quick. No, it takes away from you.
Yeah, but yeah, what's one boundary you've been avoiding that you want to try and enforce?
Trying to block people's karma. There are like people that I love to death that bad things happen to. And you try to assist them out of it because you think you're doing the right thing. But sometimes people get exactly what they deserve. And it's a reason why God is placing that mountain for them to climb at that point in time. And when you block it, you end up blocking the karma, and then you become collateral damage, and then their karma spreads into your life. So I'm learning the difference between truly assisting someone in a bad situation or getting someone out of a bad situation. Those are 2 different things. So that's what I'm trying to do. And also, I just would like to say thank you to the sisters that sent in. They submitted their questions. If you got a soft girl dilemma, need sisterly advice, please DM us. Please DM us at the Sunday Reset, the pod. Or drop it in the anonymous box in our bio. We would love to have you. Whether you're glowing up or soft launching your piece, you've always got sisters here to help you through it. So thank you guys so much for that.
Yeah. I would say some key takeaways today. Once again, it's okay to grow. It is okay to feel uncomfortable with setting boundaries. Now, note that there's a difference between boundaries and avoidance. I feel like, if you're setting a boundary, it's it's like just be mindful, because a boundary is you're actually, you need someone to respect your space and stuff like that. Or it's just something that you can't do because you want to protect your peace. Whereas avoidance is you're trying to avoid grown up things. Like it's out of fear. It's wanting to skirt responsibilities. So just be mindful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm
Sorry.
definitely going to take
For no
that
reason.
into this next week. Please, please, please follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram accounts again are as follows: at Sunday Reset the Pod, at Bria Browner, Breya, the letter M as in Mike Browner, and then at Just Jasmine, 2 S's, so JUSS, and then 3 E's, JASMINEEE. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and also you can find many clips on Facebook and Instagram. Share the podcast, tag us off, girl, leave a review, just help us out.
Yep.
And until next Sunday, protect your peace.
Yep. Remember, you're not mean. You're healing.
Protect your peace. You're not mean, you're healing. What did we say? Last week? You're not something, you're becoming.
You are.
I think that means that they have to go back and watch it in order to find out what the word was. That's what I think that means.
And when you go back.
Drink your water and don't let anyone take you out of your soft girl era. We love you guys so much. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Bye. Do your Kegels. Peace.
Take your probiotics.